Dudes Behind the Foods listeners, this podcast is brought to you by TaskRabbit. Listen, if you're one of those type of guys out there that can't do absolutely nothing, you sound like the modern man that needs help from somebody who isn't so modern, and you can find that person on TaskRabbit. Building a desk, but you got pussy little hands, guess what? You can find somebody on TaskRabbit that doesn't. Oh my God. You want to change a tire, but you don't know what a tire is? You idiot. Guess what? There's somebody on TaskRabbit right there for you trying to drag a desk from the top level of your floor all the way down to the bottom, but you were too lazy to do it because you're a dumb butt. TaskRabbit has also got your back for that. That person that I'm referring to right now is me. I use TaskRabbit all the time, and they help me out with literally everything. To get started, just go to TaskRabbit.com or download the app, search for the best tasker for your job based on cost, skill set, availability, and past client reviews. Tackle your to-do list today and get 15% off your first task at TaskRabbit.com or on the TaskRabbit app using promo code DUDES. That's promo code DUDES at TaskRabbit.com for 50% off your task. TaskRabbit, book trusted help for home tasks.
Yo, what's up? Time to play some fantasy sports, man. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. You can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. PrizePicks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Yo, look, it's super fun, super simple. Even if you're new to it like me, sometimes you just gotta pick some player projection lineups like, Josh Allen for less than 240 passing yards and CeeDee Lamb for more than 96 receiving yards. Bing, bang, boom. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code DudesFoods and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code DudesFoods on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game.
Dudes Behind the Foods listeners, this podcast is brought to you by VIIA. VIIA is well known for their premium THCA flower grown indoors in state-of-the-art facilities and harvested at peak THCA levels to emphasize a natural aroma and flavor. Let me tell you something, man. I be taking their THCA gummies, and them things, fantastic. Whenever I got nothing to do, I'm trying to unwind, I be taking that VIIA THCA gummy, and it be sending me to a place that's peaceful, and I enjoy it very much. I always got one with me, and if I could travel to a state that allows me to have it, you best believe I'm going to take my VIIA with me along the way. Unlock the power of nature this summer with VIIA's organic and vegan hemp extracts, perfect for relaxation and rejuvenation. Their products range from 0 milligrams to 100 milligrams of THC. They also have 0 THCA products like their CBD line, which is great for stuff that helps you relax and sleep, made in the USA. It's award-winning, quality ingredients, affordable, and accessible. If you're 21 and over, check out the link to VIIA in our description and use the code DUDES to receive 50% off after you purchase. They ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you this fall. Enhance your everyday with VIIA.
Dudes behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes behind the foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dudes behind the foods.
That's actually really fucking good.
Oh my goodness, David. So nacho.
Oh my God, I had a moment in Hawaii then that you said that.
Mm-hmm.
We were in a marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
They were having this market thing that was going on. And these two guys, there was a corn stall. Guess what they said?
Send me a piece of that corn.
Yeah, save me a piece of that corn for later.
Yeah.
Guess what I said?
Nacho!
I said, incarnate! I kind of scared them a little bit. They weren't ready for that type of shit. Like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, motherfucker. You better finish this fucking song. And they didn't.
Can we talk about what you brought to eat? Because I'm so hungry. It is 7:30 p.m. I haven't eaten since noon, so I'm very hungry, my guy.
This here, my friend, is my favorite place. It's called Saigon Bakery out in the SGV. This fool didn't even wait for me. And then it would have tasted better if it was fresh, but I got it 4 hours ago because I wanted to get it before they closed. But my favorite banh mi spot, if you get it fresh, very delicious. Still good even when it's cold. But We got the regular special that has everything in it, and I ordered extra pate on it. And this one is their pork belly banh mi, which they just released. It's a new item.
Let's go. I'm so excited. As soon as he was like, I'm bringing banh mi's tonight. I was like, fuck yeah, dog. Because I've been going hard. Well, not really. It was just a long day. Like I smashed a whole bunch of things today. I literally left the house at like 8:30 a.m.-ish to drop VIIA off at school, and then I haven't been home since. Well, actually, that's a lie. Drop VIIA off. Went to train with my trainer. Went from the trainer to Sergio for a haircut. From the haircut back to where I'm at to pick VIIA up went to the bank, picked VIIA up from school, dropped her off at the crib, said bye to her, went and did a little TikTok live situation, and then went through an hour and some change of traffic to come eat banh mi's with you, bro.
There's some of those days where it's not even like you're doing a lot. It's just the traveling. Takes up 80% of the day. Is so fucking tiring. Like, I don't know how you didn't fall asleep on the road, man, because those days kill me.
Bruh, I am espressoed up. Your boy is wired, okay? You just got back from Hawaii?
As you can tell, I'm nice and golden. Little lechoni. Very proud of myself. I didn't gorge myself on too much food. I ate like a normal human being.
Really?
I jogged almost every day.
Oh my gosh, you exercised and you watched your food intake? That's amazing.
It was great, man. I could still fit the same clothes I wore, thank God. The cool thing is, last time I came to Hawaii, the clothes that I wore, came back this time because I lost 14 pounds. They fit a lot better. So it's like, oh, thank God. I thought I had to get new shirts, but it was perfectly good to go. But Hawaii, so beautiful. Let me tell you something, ladies. I guess like now the thing about your bottoms that you wear, you just wear straight thongs now, huh? There's no more butt covering. It's all thongs and like fucking, yeah.
I think Hawaii's always kind of been heavy on just having the cheeks out, though.
Even for little kids?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm talking about like fucking like, the thing is like, I don't have a daughter. But if I did, I'd be worried. Because it's like, dog, this bitch don't even got fucking tits in yet. And she has her ass out already. That shit was like, the fuck? I was like, I don't know about that. Maybe I'm a little old fashioned. I don't know. But that's like a fucking like 11-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could make the argument of like, yo, if you're looking at a little kid like that, you're weird. But also like, don't have kids in thongs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something weird about it. Yeah, 100%.
And of course, a little, new age little white parents seems like that's what it is.
So it feels inappropriate. I feel like no matter how you slice it, it feels inappropriate.
Because like my mind that goes to it is like, yeah, there are people who won't sexualize that child, but there are people who will. And that makes me uncomfortable. And part of me was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Grab those pants. What are you doing? You know what the fuck is going on out here, dude?
Yeah, man. Hold on. A lot of bread. I try to be very, you can't help but be a little hyper paranoid about that stuff with social media and stuff like that. Even like when I'm vlogging, VIIA, I try, in the back of my mind, I'm always like, oh, some creep gonna think this is gonna get turned on by this. It's like it's something you have to think about nowadays.
No, people are fucking weird, especially on the internet. Look at Jared Fogle, the fucking sandwich guy.
Yeah.
Terabytes of porn.
Terabytes is a lot of kiddie porn.
A lot. They said they uncovered hard drives on top of hard drives on top of hard drives.
That's crazy.
That's fucking gross, dog.
And that was your biggest idol growing up. So that's.
Hold on a second. You shut your mouth. He did get me to eat a lot of Subway, though. And I didn't lose any fucking weight.
What was your go-to Subway order?
If I was trying to be healthy, I would just get the ham sandwich because that's the lowest calorie one. But if I didn't give a fuck, for some reason, I really, really liked the meatball sub.
Interesting.
I would ask them to scoop out the bread so it could so the meatballs would sit in there a little thicker.
Oh, look at you. You were cutting carbs without even thinking about it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have nothing to do with that, though. I just didn't want the meatballs to slide.
The chicken teriyaki one is very low calories as well, but I would always either go, they used to have this shit, bro. It was like a seafood thing. I think I was the only person that ever got it.
It was a seafood salad.
Yeah. It was like, imitation crab, some other shit in there. I thought that shit was delicious.
Why the fuck would you get that, man?
People looked at me crazy.
Why would you get that, bro?
Because I'm fancy.
No. That's not fancy. That's the exact opposite of fancy. That is, like, I had it. I tried it because I thought it would be good. They advertised it. Not good, dude.
I really like, well, here's the thing, right? I had a lot of imitation crab growing up. I think I just really liked it. You know what I'm saying? And my parents,
Grandpa.
my parents, we always used to go to Costco and get this little tub of seafood dip. And it was like that shit. Imitation crab mixed with cheese and some other shit. It was so bomb. I think I maybe just kind of like, you know, the same way that I love cafeteria food.
I do like the crab rangoon, the imitation crab and the cream cheese.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
That shit is fantastic. Some people, when sometimes I get it, and it was a little more expensive. I didn't look at a menu at a restaurant once. That's just sometimes when I do. But when I went to this restaurant, they had one, and it was real crab. I was a little upset. I was like, this is not what I wanted.
Check this out. Speaking of restaurants doing Asian shit, Americanized Asian shit, I just saw a post on Instagram. Jack in the Box is about to do some fucking ramen. Let me show you, dog.
Wait, what?
Let me
How would
show
they
you.
even do that?
They're like instant shit, you know, little bowls.
These motherfuckers must be hurting.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, they were doing egg rolls when no other
That's right.
fast food place. Look at this. Jack in the Box is testing a ramen and chicken strips combo.
Get this away from me right now.
No, it is Jackson doing.
He's a Jack in the Box.
This is his karaage stripper.
Let me tell you something, man. That shit sound like some drunk person. You know, like when you're smashed and you just got some chicken strips, you throw in the air fryer and you have some chicken ramen, you eat it.
Yes, and Jack in the Box. Do they have Jack in the Box in Sacramento?
Yes.
Okay,
I always ate the Jack in the Box double Western bacon cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got 3 of those tacos. And then I got a fat soda with it. And I was also really fat.
Look, man, Jack in the Box drunk food. I love Jack in the Box. I grew up on that shit, man. Sourdough Jack, Jumbo Jack, even the spicy chicken sandwich. It's a spicy chicken sandwich. Unlike the rest, it's a central spicy tender chicken breast. That's from a commercial. I got the flavor you're looking for. It's spicy, it's crispy. You know you want some more. So I would get down on Jack in the Box all the time.
My brain on ADHD.
Jalapeno poppers.
Oh, the jalapeno poppers.
Oh boy.
I take back my disrespect.
I mean, look. I get it. As an Asian, you want to be like what the fuck. Mm-hmm. But as a boy that grew up on Jack in the Box and his diverse menu and palette, I'm gonna give Jack a chance, and I want to see what's up with it. You know,
It's hard for me because I like cooking my instant ramen the way I like cooking it. Mm-hmm. So when I leave that up to somebody else, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to. Minus La Única when they make the birria ramen. Dude, that shit, smart as shit. I mean, you've been doing shit like that.
yeah.
When they started doing that, I was a little kind of like, oh, I don't know if it's going to work. But then you squeeze a bunch of fucking lime in there.
It's so good.
It's crazy
because
good.
their broth, their consomme is bomb. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would always take like some leftover pozole or some leftover whatever, just cook up some mama noodles real quick and throw it together. Fire! You know what I used to do? And then it became like a thing on TikTok too. I would take my leftover from boiling crab, all like the juices and the seafood. I'd peel all that shit. I'd make some fucking mama noodles, throw it together. Oh.
You should be a lot fatter, dude. That shit is hella calories. That's all just melted butter.
No. Boiling crab is healthy because it's just seafood. It's just protein.
It's all melted butter and garlic.
No. It's diet butter.
No. Melted butter and garlic, dude. Mm-hmm. And dude, I remember when boiling crab just opened up, like in here in SoCal, because I had it in San Jose. Mm-hmm. Dude, the fucking lines were nuts. It was like an hour to 2 hours to get a fucking seat, man.
People would fucking put their name on the list and just sit in their cars and wait forever.
It was so popping. Even the one, so after San Jose, we used to drive from Sacramento to San Jose to go to that one. Mm. And they opened one in Sacramento, fucking same thing, like an hour to an hour and a half wait, but at least I didn't have to drive an hour to eat it, you know?
And there's a bunch of spots like that now, but I still kind of, boiling crab goes hard, bro.
It's kind of hard to beat. Their sauce is really king. Like, I I think everybody else is pretty good too, but something I don't know what they do to theirs. I don't know if they add like MSG or some shit, but it's hella good.
But my next day shits are crazy. I'm spicy shitting. Nowadays I get the shebang mild, and I'm still. Yeah, bro. Because for boiling crab, I used to do the shebang medium, and now, and for those of y'all not from Texas or California, the boiling crab is a seafood boil spot. Yeah, that's all you need to know.
That's it. That's it.
And but dog, I'll get the shebang mild, and my asshole is still like crazy the next day. I don't know, man.
I hadn't eaten ramen in months, and then I had shit ramen in Hawaii because we went to the beach and our homie Cedric just made some ramen. We cooked some meat with it, and we ate that whole thing. But I hadn't eaten so long that spice fucking tore my ass up the next day.
Oh, you made it spicy?
Yeah, because what he did is that he put the water in, and he didn't put that much, but then he put all the seasoning packs in there. So it was extra seasoned. So the next day, I fucking woke up at like 5 a.m. and I almost shat my intestines out. It hurt so bad.
Those 5 a.m. spicy shits are when the shit wakes you up out of bed.
Like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
I was like, yow!
Or like a zombie just... That's the shit where you're sitting there fucking hunched over sweating, dog.
Because it's like, it's not even that there's a shit inside there, really. It's just the oil that's burning everything.
Yeah.
And thank God we have a bidet at the apartment.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I just put that shit on full blast, and I had that assault my ass.
Oh, no, bro. Even if you don't have it, you get in the tub, you prop your legs up against it like this.
You don't need to do this,
You
man.
prop your legs up against it, and then you let it go right into your asshole, dog.
You don't need to do any of this. This is excessive.
No, I don't do that. I do sit in the tub and wash my ass, though.
What you do is you get out on fours, you face plant onto the bottom of the tub, you lift your ass, and you put the shower on the highest settings, and you just let it blast in.
What you do is you get off the toilet, you go outside, you get the garden hose, and you shove it up your asshole. Crank that shit, doc.
What you do is you go to your neighbor, you tell them to turn on the sprinkler, and you wait for the sprinkler to pop up. You let it blast.
No, here's what you do. You go to your neighbor's house, you brush their teeth while they're sleeping, you sit on their face, and you wash your asshole on their mouth.
What you do is you hit up that girl that blew up online, and you tell her to hock to her. Perfect. How do you guys wipe your ass?
Oh, man. I haven't been to Hawaii in so long. I miss it.
I mean, Veda would love it now. She's old enough.
Facts, bro. We tried to take her when she was maybe 2, almost 2, and it's just like the time difference fucked her up.
So you know why she doesn't like it now? Because she loves Moana.
She does enjoy Moana. Well, she's way more of a Frozen girl than she is a Moana girl. She was high key more of a Moana girl when she was like younger. But she loves like the water. She loves pools. She'll see fucking, she saw a picture of me and Chia on our honeymoon in the Maldives, and she's like, I want to jump in this water. And we were like, let's do it, baby girl. Well, not the Maldives. We're not taking you out there, but we'll take you to Hawaii for sure.
Hawaii, dude, it's so beautiful. The weather was perfect when I was there. I definitely got a little extra tan. And I will tell you something, man. The magic of Hawaii never dies for me. Such an amazing place out there.
And then you were out there with crazy Samurai Joe just hunting and gathering. Or
Joe also lost like 14 pounds.
good for him.
Yeah.
That boy was getting sloppy, boy.
Yeah. Hey, man, he got married. He fell in love. His wife doesn't care what he looks like. And so that's what the key is, dude. If your partner doesn't give a shit about what you look like, you'll just let it all go to hell.
Thank God our women find us disgusting when we get past a certain point.
I was going to shave my head again before I went to Hawaii. Wife said no. She fucking stopped that dream super fast.
I've been wanting to shave my head again for so long. And Chia's always like, I don't think your face is small enough to pull that off, babe.
I've had it for a majority of my life.
And that's the thing. I'm like, my head was shaved when we met. Did you not think I was cute? I don't know,
got some explaining to do.
She got some explaining to do.
Yeah, I like it just because of how it's just like no maintenance. It feels good. It's like you do have to get it cleaned up on the sides a little more often.
If you care.
If you care enough. But I think it looks great. It's easy to deal with.
Bro, a shaved head is the life, bro. I miss it. Like, takes a minute to wash and condition your hair. In, out, wake up, go. You gotta do shit.
No, I just take the soap bar and just move it up. And I just go right down and I'm pretty much good to go.
Bro, I was getting so annoyed at my Instagram comments because, like, you know, I've been doing my laser shit for my acne scars, little injections or whatever. So I posted a thing. And then, like, the amount of comments from people who are like, why don't you just use soap?
Oh my God, you guys are so dumb.
Just wash your face. Maybe is it something you're eating? I'm like, guys.
It's scars.
Yeah, it's scars. It's fucking holes in my cheeks. This is not me. I'm not getting lasers on my face because I'm getting pimples, you know?
It's literal scars. Like, it's actual scarring. It's not going to go away.
It's so annoying. Some people are like, little bit of lotion and soap, but get some lemon. Some lemon will heal them scars right up. I'm like, man, you guys act like my first choice is to get lasers blown into my face, dog.
You know how painful that shit is?
It hurt, bro. I took that shit like a G, but I was there just like, you know, the same when I also get face shit done. I've said this before, you know, when I'm going through the torture of that, I either twist my pubic hair in my pocket or I mentally tell myself that I'm a prisoner of war and I'm trying to hide secrets.
I just mentioned you. Then I was like, okay, you ready? I was like, yep. And you start taking off your pants. Excuse me, I gotta pull my pubes. And you grab them by both sides like this. I have a method.
Well, guys, you can watch that Instagram reel of me getting lasers on my face on my Instagram, and we'll be right back. Yo, look, every week there's a never-ending list of projects around the house that we tell ourselves we're finally gonna knock out, but we never do. You know, your boy got ADHD, so it's difficult to remember to do things. Chia's like, hey, babe, can you remember to change the thing on the thing? And I'm like, oh, babe, can you remember to hang the painting? And she wants it hung up straight, so you gotta get the thing. I'm like, baby, I ain't got time for this, man. So what do? I hit up TaskRabbit, bing, bang, boom. To get started, go to TaskRabbit.com or download the app. Search for the best tasker for your job based on cost, skill set, availability, and past client reviews. Next, schedule a tasker even as early as the same day. Once the tasker has completed the job, simply pay, tip, and review all on the convenient TaskRabbit app. Let me tell you something. We actually use TaskRabbit to do little simple things. Yo, something's wrong with my washing machine. Actually, can you come hang these shelves? We've legit done it. Me and she I use TaskRabbit all the time. I'm not even yanking your chain, all right? Tackle your to-do list today and get 15% off your first task at TaskRabbit.com or on the TaskRabbit app using promo code DUDES. That's promo code DUDES at TaskRabbit.com for 15% off your task. TaskRabbit. Book trusted help for home tasks.
Dudes, behind the foods listeners, this podcast is brought to you by PrizePicks. Whoa. What's PrizePicks, US? PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. PrizePicks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps on PrizePicks, it's just you against the numbers. Bing, bang, boom. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch all the winnings roll in. Muchachos, want to play PrizePicks along Drewski, Joe Budden, and MMA champ Sugar Sean O'Malley? Well, not anymore because guess what? He lost. You can now find community plays under the promos tab of the app to view entries from some of the biggest names in the prize pick community each week. PrizePicks puts their numbers first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as 15 minutes. And guess what, dudes? It's a really fun and simple experience playing this game. You just got to know your players and some stats. And guess what? If you're a sports fan, it makes it even easier because you're basing it off of your sports knowledge. Like Tyreek Hill for more than 90 receiving yards and Dak Prescott for more than 263 pass yards. You know what I'm talking about. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code DUDEFOODS and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code DUDEFOODS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game. Bing, bang, boom.
Thank you for this banh mi. I can taste that extra pate, super bomb. I love it.
I love it so much.
I've said this before, man. I feel like Vietnamese food is a sleeper hit. You know what I'm saying?
People are finally catching on, man. Like, I think once people understand that Vietnamese food is more than just pho, you start to realize it's regional. There's different dishes all over, northern to southern, like coastal, all this other stuff. It's so fucking good, man. Like, I think people who enjoy fresh food that has a shit ton of flavor, Vietnamese food might be the way to go.
Right. Whenever I have. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm just chewing. I'm just chew real quick. Here, David, entertain the people while I swallow this.
Concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
She started a podcast.
Did she?
It's called Talk Tua.
Oh, that's pretty funny. That's pretty hilarious.
Someone was like, Tim, I'd love to hear your opinion. Because, you know, I went on my whole thing about how I love how she's not trying to be famous and she's just riding her wave for as much as she can, milking it. You know what I'm saying? Someone was like, I'd love to hear your opinion now that she started a podcast. I'm like, it's the same.
It's the same thing. She's still riding the wave. The wave is still going.
Yeah, somebody was literally like, you know, like, oh, you know, okay, so now of course she started a podcast. Well, yeah, of course someone was like, you should just start a podcast, make some money by just talking.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck else is she gonna, she's not trying to be an actress. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is the natural thing for her to do.
Yeah.
Make that money, girl.
Yeah, she doesn't really have any talent. So she just kind of just exists and lives. And then that kind of still proves our point. The wave is still going. People are still watching. People still subscribe to her. They still follow her. So until that dies, make that money. She's making it for her gan and some animals.
Yeah, I feel like, dog, ever since she announced her podcast, the wave of hate for her kind of like, it hit another like up.
It's a lot of people who start podcasts, though. The moment somebody starts a podcast, they hate them immediately because it's been so saturated. And I think that you have no idea how many people came up to me. I was like, hey, I want to start a podcast. And like, they were like, how do you do it? I was like, well, if you're an interesting person and you have some stuff to talk about, then you could start it. There's no barrier to entry, right? Like, being a podcaster is literally the lowest form of entertainment you could do.
Yeah, literally.
Like, it is the lowest.
I mean, we're a little above people that like shove chili peppers up their assholes.
Yeah. We're above pranksters, you know, but definitely podcasting is pretty low on the list. And that's not like a diss. I'm saying in terms of entry, it doesn't require really much skill to start it, but it requires skill for it to be entertaining, right? Even the ones that I don't like, that I think are fucking dumb, at least they're doing stuff that's like the hottest thing for young kids who podcast is like, hey, did you know that in 1678 there was this thing? You know what I mean? But at least they're doing research. Right. You know? Did you know that Alexander the Great had 2 penises? He chopped one off when he was a kid?
Right. You know why? Because those are so easily clippable.
Yeah.
You know
smart.
what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah,
and
man.
And you listen to the whole podcast, it's fucking garbage. But
And here's the thing. I always give this advice to young people trying to come up too. It's like, it's easy to get some quick views off of riding a wave and doing trendy things, but it's not easy to have people continue to come back and to have people stick around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course, if you read some like amazing facts, you're gonna have people like watching that clip because, oh, that shit's a crazy ass fact. You know what I'm saying? It could have been an AI voice reading this shit. If it comes up on your algorithm, you're gonna watch, right? But are these people gonna keep coming back? Is the question.
Yeah. And that's like the hard part, right? I think that some people will I'm actually getting surprised because now I'm talking to a lot of young creators like who I just meet random, like, oh, I do this and that, and then we'll spark up a conversation because I'm interested in what they do. And I see how much work they have to put in. It's a lot more than us, than what we did. They're doing like eight different platforms and that's how they're making their money. And they're like, yeah, I made like, somebody shared the money with me. I'm not gonna tell who it is, but they made like $8,000 one month and then 20 grand another month, 15 grand. And that's pretty damn good. Now, mind you, after taxes is not as much, right? But that's still pretty good. And I was like, damn, dude. I was like, well, what do you do? It's like, well, I stream like, 6 hours to 7 hours about like 5 days a week. And then I do TikTok live and then I do this and then I do that. I'm like, holy shit, this is a lot of fucking work, dog, just to make like the average pay in LA. I'm like, you could just work a regular job and work less.
Yo, it's tough out here, man.
I was kind of shocked. I'm like, holy shit.
I mean, it's so much more competitive now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like you said, it's super saturated, especially compared to when we started off. Props to us for longevity. Look at us, we still here. It's crazy. How long ago did that? How old is your YouTube?
I think I started like 4 years or 5 years after Bart and Joe did. That's all I know.
So that had to be like probably 2010.
Maybe around there.
Because me and Bart and Joe were messaging each other early on.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know exactly, but so my YouTube channel next week or by the time this drops, it will be 18 years old.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
18 years old. Too old for R. Kelly unsubscribed.
You know, it's fucking. This is such a side note. I'm gonna go back to that, but I saw this clip where it was a clip of R. Kelly. They're doing like AI shit on it now. And they said, I tied up these girls. But at the end, they put him up holding a rope. I'm like, dude, AI is so good now.
AI is crazy.
That shit threw me off, man. It looked real.
I know. You can't believe anything you see anymore.
I don't trust anything. They're eating cats and dogs, dude.
And they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. But what's lit is you can go do reckless shit and just say, it's AI, bro. That wasn't me. That was AI.
Penis. It's AI penis, dude.
Yeah, I didn't take my pants off at my skin surgery. That was AI, bro.
It was AI, even though they're there in person looking at you. It's AI.
Like, what do you mean? My penis isn't out right now. This is an AI dick you're looking at, dude.
So you're in front of us.
This is a projection onto a screen that I'm holding over my pants.
I don't know, man. I don't believe anything that I see now. And I think like it sucks because there's a generation that's older than us that still doesn't understand this. Mm-hmm. They don't know about bots. They don't know about and they always like talk about these art. Did you see this? And I'm like, I could already tell you're above the age of 40 because you just read half the title and you didn't even look at the image and it looks fake already.
Bruh. Let me tell you, they're not even older, dog. They're our age. They're just not keeping track with this shit. I for sure have homies that I went to high school with who will send Rick stuff and be like, yo, you seen this? And Rick's like, you know, they just reversed that, right? And they're like, oh shit, they don't get it.
It's just so bad. Like I'll get people who send me stuff and then they're like, okay, you should do like a commentary on this. I look at it, I was like, this is fake. Mm-hmm. Immediately. I could tell off jump. I'm like, that's fake. It's like, I click their profile, you're in your 40s. And you believe everything that you see. And you look at their other posts, they're like mad about everything. It's like, that's fake, that's all fake.
And what a lot of people don't realize too is like, you know, people that don't get it, you know, rage bait is a thing, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes people will do, like I follow this guy on Twitter, he's so funny, I forget his name, but he's always like doing these little skits kind of from the perspective, he pretends to be a Trump supporter. Mm-hmm. And then he says shit like, but he you know, he makes himself sound dumb as he's doing it. But if you don't know who he is, if let's say you're a Trump supporter, you might click his shit, watch for 30 seconds, and be like, yeah, brother, preach it, brother. But then as you watch, you're like, oh, he's making fun of Trump supporters.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people don't realize when people are doing characters and shit like that, because like sometimes, you know, me and Rick are always sending cringy shit to each other. He'll send me like someone being super cringe, and I'm like, I have to check. I'm like, is this a character? Or is it real? And you scroll a little bit. Oh shit! This is a comedy account. They're just pray and pretend.
That's happened to me a couple of times, and like I remember like making commentary videos. There was one that I did, and I still put it up anyways because I thought the commentary was funny. Mm-hmm. And they're like, "It's fake, bro." I was like, "I know. I wrote it in the comments. You fucking idiot. Look at the comments. Like I wrote it in the fucking caption, but the jokes were funny, so I'm still posting it. I refuse. They got me though." They really got me.
Wow, old man David. So
I am getting older too, where I see people in the beach and I'm like, protect your child, dude. The fuck is going on with this world?
Not me. I'm young, dude. I'm like, bro, my aura points are so high, and my Riz is very skibbity toilet.
What is that skibbity shit?
I have no idea.
I don't know either, but it's been popping up all over the place.
I think it's this, all right? You know, same shit with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on TikTok enough to really know about all this shit, so then you kind of see it happen. Because TikTok itself is kind of, you know...
Its own world.
Yeah, it's its own world, and it's like, so it's birthed a whole, like, it's called like brain rot humor, where it's almost like, it's shit that I like when I come across it, but it's like, I'm not keeping up with it, so I haven't heard it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Skibbity, I almost feel like Skibbity is one of those things that it's like, it's so everything that it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like it's Skibbity. Like, oh, bro, like, what the fuck is going on? Skibbity, man. You know what I'm saying? Or like when, I don't know if you remember when Lil B was kind of had a little buzz, and people were just like, yo, this is so based. And then it was like, what the fuck does bass mean? But it's like, bass god, Lil B, bass god. Whoop. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, this slang, the thing about slang nowadays is just like, I know it's not even going to last. Like, slang comes in and out so fast now. It's like, I don't know which one's going to stick forever. Because, you know, I think like a lot of the slang that was birthed in our time and before that, they kind of stuck.
Some of them.
Yeah, a lot of it though, right? Now it's just like, I don't know which one's going to stick, so I'm not going to remember this. Like, people are over no cap. Like, they're done with that now.
Yeah,
Like,
I think if you're saying no cap, the youngins are like, oh, this fool's old.
even though it was literally like 2 months ago.
Well, here's what's funny. I think I talked about this already, but there's a video of a teacher asking which slang words are still popular or not. And she was like, how about no cap? They're like, no, that's old, these little kids, right? And so the teacher...
Old? It's like a year ago.
The teacher's like, well, what do you say now instead of no cap? And the kids were just like, we just be like, you're lying. So they're just using regular words now.
Oh, okay.
It's come full circle. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder who started the no cap thing.
We've talked about this. But I'll tell you again. From my internet readings, because I was trying to figure out why no cap means lying. And here's the thing, guys. We pod so much. This is why we repeat stories, because we come here, we communicate for 2 hours, and then we forget everything we just said to each other.
Hey, guys, listen. Listen, please. If this podcast blows up even bigger than this one now, I'll get rid of my other one. I swear to God, I will. I'll get rid of that other one and I'll just focus on this one.
Well, I'm about to start a third one. So.
I would also like to say in like one of the last episodes, you guys also talked about Jared from Subway.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Thank God.
So I asked the internet, why does cap mean lying? Okay. And people were just like, oh, it's just slang. I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but
what's the
why? Yeah. They're like, oh, it comes from the South. I'm like, okay, but why?
Yeah.
I got a few answers, but the one that made the most sense was if someone has gold caps on their teeth, it's just like
It's real.
Yeah, no, well, like it's like the whole. It's not like a whole real grill. It's just like on the front. It's like they have a little cap. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if it's no cap, and it's like it's not just a gold cap. It's real gold. You feel me?
I thought it had something to do with hats, and that is interesting. Very interesting, the explanation. I don't know how it bled out to over here.
Internet, dog.
That's so fucking nuts. Like, I remember just like, even from the internet, people saying hella outside of Northern California happened because of the internet.
Yeah.
And it was honestly because of like E40, because E40 started going mainstream. And
Hella
then-
was weird because it was like Bay Area, it skipped LA and then went to San Diego. San Diego was heavy with the hella. And I'm like, why did it do that? And I had a homegirl from the Bay who was arguing with me about why hella is better, because I used to say a grip, you know what I'm saying? So
that was a SoCal thing.
yeah, so she was like, here's why hella is better than grip. And it was a good point, actually. She was like, I can say I have hella pencils, and I can say like I'm hella hungry. You can't say like I have a grip of hunger. She's like, it's more universal.
You know, one time, something that I fucking hated. I'm not sure if it was a Southern California thing, but it was like during a time where you would say something and somebody got annoyed at you or whatever, they'll just go, and? So it'd be like, hey, your shoes are untied. Oh, and? It's like, what else? That shit used to piss me the fuck off because it was just like a response to somebody said if you just like said anything and they just didn't want to respond back. So when I was in college, this one dude just wouldn't stop saying this shit. And you know, like when you're drunk, you tend to do stupid shit. So we were just like, I forgot what I said, but he just goes, and I just backhanded him.
You always slapping somebody.
I just like backhanded him and I was like, stop saying that shit. It's fucking annoying me. And I think he was like so taken aback. He just like stood there with his mouth open like, I can't believe this guy slapped the shit out of me. But for fair warning, I told him he was being annoying and told him to stop talking to me.
Well, you know what I say to your story, David? Cap.
Well, it's so weird when I look back now. Like, you know, I still kick it with some of my old friends. And then we look back at just like how stupid we were. Like how like absolutely nothing would get under our skin. And you would just want to get into a fight over fucking anything. And I wonder if that's because you're just young and you're just like all this testosterone or some shit. But just like how, like as an adult, I would never do that.
Not me and my homies, dog. We were chilling.
Oh, no. That's because you guys were artsy guys, dude.
No, I was the only artsy guy. I think maybe that's why you're angry. You're a product of just a group of angry dudes.
I told this other story on the podcast. I won't tell it here, but I really do think so. Because a lot of them, like, I don't know, man. Like, they just loved fighting. Like, they just liked starting shit. Like, there would be guys who would just start shit with people just to fight. And it was so stupid. Like, if you look back at it now, and some of these guys became very, very successful. Like, I told on my podcast, like, I talked to a guy that he eventually became a pharmacist, but he was the worst person I've ever met in my life.
Now, you talking about junior high homies or high school homies?
High school.
Okay.
This is high school shit. And then also a little bit after high school. Like, let's say before they got their act together was probably a little bit after college. Because once everybody starts growing up and you start being left behind, either you're still going to do the same dumb shit or you're going to grow up and catch up. And so a lot of them decide to catch up specifically because of the girls that they were with. Because the girls were like, well, I don't want to be broke. Like, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to get my shit together. So if you're not going to do this, then fuck you. Yeah. So they're just like, don't leave me. And they would go to college. They got their act together and they all became like working professionals. But talking to them now, like when we talk about it, it's like, I was like, why did you do that? Or like, why did you do that? They're like, I don't fucking know. I just feel like I had to do it.
Bruh, you know, my homies in high school, and I did have my theater homies, like, you know, Eric, PD, Flo, but even like my not theater homies, nobody was fighting. No one was gangbanging. No one was fighting.
You never got into a fight in high school?
Never. I was chilling, dog. I was selling my CDs, making my money.
How about you were the cool guys though, dude? That's why. People always try to bully me.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
So it was different. You know what I mean? It's like either that. So it's either you got bullied or you just showed up enough where they won't bother you anymore. And let me tell you something, you hood motherfuckers. Leave people alone, all right? I just wanted to just be left alone, just hanging out by myself, but you just had to say something stupid. You had to touch me or something else. And then I had a boss up, and either I got beat up or I won the fight. But either way, you got to leave me alone.
I think we're going to unpack this more after this break.
Dudes Behind the Foods listeners, this podcast is brought to you by VIIA. As the crisp fall air rolls in and the leaves begin to change, don't rely on pumpkin spice to spice up your life. Embrace the natural power of cannabis this fall season with VIIA, 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 VIIA. When you're lounging by the fire or exploring new adventures, VIIA's premium federally legal cannabis products are your perfect companion. Farmed and crafted with care in the U.S. and trusted by over 500,000 customers, VIIA has a product for everyone, and I mean everyone. Listen, I was at Joshua Tree, and I was trying to look at these stars, kid. I had a little VIIA gummy. It sent me to another universe. Them stars were vibrating. They were pulsing at me. It was great. There is nothing like a way to wind down with VIIA products, and nobody else even comes closer, my friend. Sometimes in the Korea, it's like they don't say it's like a great time. They say it's the #1 best time, and that's why I use a VIIA. That's how Korean people say it, by the way. We can't say V's. Unlock the power of nature this summer with VIIA's organic and vegan hemp extracts. Perfect for relaxation and rejuvenation, VIIA is the only lifestyle hemp brand. They use compounds found in hemp along with active plant extracts to create products each with a specific effect in mind. They also have zero THC products like CBD stuff. They're the industry leader, over 500,000 customers served. If you're 21 or over, check out the link to VIIA in our description and use the code DUES to receive 50% off after you purchase. They ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you, because you already know I sent you. This fall, enhance your everyday with VIIA.
Now, I think here's the thing. I always make the joke that I kept the peace at Paramount High because, like, the year before I got there, my sophomore year, they said the year before there was a huge, like, race riot. Like, the blacks and Mexicans were just going at it. You know what I'm saying?
I hated those.
Right. Which ones?
Race riots.
Oh, I thought you were picking a side right now.
No, they're just like during
I
our
was like,
time.
which one? Do you hate the blacks or the Mexicans? What are you saying right now?
Both.
Yeah, no, race riots were so silly, right? And so they said before I got there was a huge one. And then my 3 years at Paramount, there was always a couple little spats here and there, but nothing that turned into a huge ordeal, you know what I'm saying? And then they said the year after I graduated, again, huge fucking blacks versus Mexicans, like a huge, I wouldn't call it a riot, but a huge like mob fight. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. Like I was saying, my homies who weren't like Rick. I guess Rick was kind of popular, but like, yeah, we weren't getting bullied. We would just chill and listen to rap music and talk about girls, and that was.
See, that sounds fantastic. Because like for me, it was like this, like high school. Like I was just to myself a lot, right? I had my little group of friends. I wasn't doing like crazy shit like that, right? But because in high school, my parents were scary, right? Like they're very sweet now, but when they were younger, very scary. If they heard I was doing anything bad in school, my dad would fuck me up. It wasn't like when you guys talk about getting your ass whooped, I'm pretty sure parents like spanked you or some shit. I'm talking my dad would get like a bat. He would beat the fuck out of me.
With a bat?
Bro, one time he beat me so hard I had to miss school for a week.
What?
Because he made me get down on my knees and hands, and he took a fucking bat and he beat my ass, literally my ass, and my whole ass bruised up. So I couldn't go to school for a week. Like I used to get fucked up.
I think we're learning more and more about what makes David so angry.
But this is like what it was like when I was a kid. And so when we used to get like, that prevented me from doing anything weird at school because I was so scared of like what would happen at home. So that's why people would fight off after school. They're like, just wait till after school because when your parents find out, your parents will fuck you up. So it's like, let's just deal with this after school. Now, mind you, I'm like a geeky ass kid, but I learned early on, just growing up in a very poor neighborhood, you just can't let people punk you. Yeah. Because it's just like, it doesn't end. Yeah. It doesn't end. Like if you just let them punk you all the time, they keep taking your fucking lunch money, they punk you. I remember this one time, one of my homies, we were at a liquor store. There was this white dude. I don't remember his name, but he was what we used to call the wigga. He was the one white dude with full of bite. Yeah. This guy just walked up to him. He slapped the shit out of him. He was like, give me your money out of your pockets and took his shit.
Slapped the white dude?
No, the white dude.
Oh, okay, yes.
Just robbed him at the liquor store. Because that happened to me too from the same guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard it happened to him too. He like got the shit slapped out of him, took his shit. The liquor store guy didn't say anything. It happened to me too.
Bruh. So the Samoans at Paramount were so cool. If you were on their good side, you know what I'm saying? If you like, of course, if you crossed the Samoans, you're getting your ass beat by the whole family. You know what I'm saying? And of course, everyone was big as hell, all football players and shit. And I remember, man, it was like even the most like the most gangsterous cholo dudes, like the Samoan guys would walk up. On Fridays, it was either nacho day or fucking meat and potatoes day. So the lunch lines would be long as shit, right? Like we'd be all standing in line. I think this dude John, I forget. Like one of the big Samoan dudes would just walk up. Excuse me. Just cut everybody.
What are you gonna do?
There's nothing you can do. You just like, all right, man.
I like his voice. Excuse me.
All right, cool.
I just pictured him grabbing your hoodie and just lifting you up and just moving you aside.
Yeah, no one fucked with the Samoans, bro.
Dude, I got tons of these stories of just like watching violent people, but there was a buddy of mine, he got into a lot of fights. He was like your size, but this fool could fucking scrap, dude.
Oh, like me then.
Yeah, this guy, he had hands. Like he could beat the fuck out of anybody. Yeah. And he's like honestly one of the dudes that got me in a lot of trouble. So it's like whenever he gets into a fight, you know, my little nerdy ass would be like, I guess I have to too. And you just gotta get in trouble. But this one time there was this dude. So he was in high school and he moved to Hawaii later on. And when he came back, he suddenly had like a Hawaiian pidgin accent, even though he grew up in Sacramento, which is like phony as shit. Okay. And this guy hates phony stuff. And he always calls people like, he doesn't let anything go, which he honestly should have. But we were at this lady's house. We used to call her Mama Wendy. She actually died. She got killed by the cops. Long story I'll tell that story another time.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Mama, she was super cool to us. But he was at her house and she used to grow a bunch of weed. And she was just known as the lady in Sacramento that would let us come and kick it at her house. Okay. So she would throw these parties, people would smoke, they would drink, and it was all good. So he comes back from Hawaii, and this dude has such a bad temper, which kind of goes to what you're saying. People around me were just very angry. Yeah. This guy was talking in his like weird pitch and accent, and he goes, cut that fake shit out. And he's like, you know what? This guy, he just stood up. This is kind of funny because he's a sweet dude. Yeah. But suddenly, I don't know what happened to Hawaii, but now he's Mr. Cool Guy. He goes, you know what? You be always fucking pissing me off. I'm twice your fucking size. Dude, I'll fuck you up. And I'm like, dude, don't say this. I just remember sitting there just like, don't do this. And like, my buddy looked at me. He looks back. I'm like, oh, I know he's going to do something. That fool just gets him, grabs him, double legs it, dips him, and smashes him into like the coffee table that was glass.
Oh, God.
Wow! Knocks him to the table and just starts binking him in the fucking face. Yeah. And just knocks the dude out. And I was like, yo. what the fuck, man?
And did you call the paramedics?
No, he just laid there. We just like, what do? You know what I mean? And plus, people are kind of used to seeing that shit. I was like, why did you do that, man? Like, it wasn't, why can't you just let things go?
Little man syndrome, bro.
I think
I'm just playing, dog. If you watch this, I don't think you have little man syndrome, bro. I'm little like you.
He ended up going into the military.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. After high school, he ended up going to the military, and he's still kind of like the same dude.
Have you ever had to go to the hospital for a random injury? Broken leg. Have you ever broken a bone?
I fractured my ankle. As you can see, there's a little bump right here.
Oh, yes, that is a big bump.
Yeah, so it happened during basketball. Completely fractured it, and then the cartilage inside ossified. It became a bone, and they asked me if I wanted to remove the bone. I said, what did I have to do? They was like, well, just cut it open and we shave it off. I was like, no, I don't want to do surgery, so I just left it.
Huh, and does it affect the way you...
No.
Okay.
That's why. So if it affected like mobility and movement, they would just say we should probably cut it off. But it's just a weird growth now, and that's all I have. I have a second ankle.
If we got in a foot race right now...
You beat me.
Okay.
I'm not very fast anymore. My knees are busted. But if you want these fucking hands, dude, I'll call up my buddy to throw you through a coffee table.
Any other injuries besides that for like something where you had to randomly just go to the hospital for some shit?
I've never really broken a full bone, but I fractured shit. I tore my meniscus. I tore my ACL of my left knee.
Oh, God.
I tore my rotator cuff in my left arm. This is all just from doing like boxing, sports, basketball, and stuff like that. But other than that, not really.
That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't do none of that shit, bro.
But you have to do. We're getting older. You know, I read this thing where how much muscle mass we lose once we move past the age of like 35. It's a lot, dude.
You don't do shit anymore.
Yeah, you just don't do nothing.
You don't even when we were younger, we would like, I want to have fun. Let's go play. You know what I'm saying? It's like now I want to have fun. I go to the movies and sit for 2 hours, or I go eat for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's my fun now.
I gotta go fucking work out after this, dude. I'm trying to get some guns and shit, dude.
Dog, I worked out I worked with my trainer this morning, and let me tell you, bro. We always talk about this shit, but you know, it's hard to get fit, and also as we get older, and we've talked about this, it's like you have to stretch and do things just to survive.
Just to feel normal.
Just to feel like you're not tired all the time.
I hit up Bart and I was like, hey man, like, how long will it take for me to get buff? Because I've been at this for a little bit. He goes, how long have you been at it? I was like, a month and a half. This will laugh so hard. And I wasn't even joking. I'm like, hey, yeah, I know you're laughing and stuff, but I'm actually serious. Like, how long is it going to take?
Yeah.
He's like a year or two. I was like, a year or two? That's so fucking long.
Bruh, you sound like those kids who are like, hey man, I really want to be a YouTuber. I just put up my first video last week. How come there's no views? What am I doing wrong? When do I make money?
You know, like, it's hard working out. Like, it's just so hard. And I'm like, okay, this is because I've lost like 14 pounds, right?
Yeah,
but
I mean,
where's
that
the muscles?
It's the losing of the weight is a little easier than gaining all that muscle.
Dude, it's so much harder, dude.
Yeah.
I thought I would have like something, but now it's just like it feels more firm. But there's no lump here.
Your arms look good.
I want it to look good when I do this.
Okay.
When I do this, and nothing changes. It's been a month and 3 weeks now. So, what the fuck?
Why don't you get one of those shirts off a TikTok shop that like presses everything down and holds it together like a little male Spanx shirt?
Hey, let me tell you something, man. When those things started popping up on my shit like a week ago, and that shit fucking hurt my feelings. They actually advertise to your shit. Now that you said it again, it's gonna pop up again.
They pop up for me too. The
Well,
perfect
you need
t-shirt.
it, though.
It depends. It depends. I prefer a thick shirt because my nipples get very like just when
Erect.
it's cold. Yeah, I got like, and like I said, when I consume a lot of sodium, fried chicken, maybe a big bowl of ramen, the next day my nipples are very puffy. You know what I'm saying? And like in certain thin material shirts, the shit just don't fall on my nipples right the way I'd like it to.
You could put your shirt down. It's been up for a very long time.
Here's something that's crazy. Here's something that's crazy that I realized about myself. I have my dad's nipples, dog. And I used to look at my dad like, this motherfucker got big ass nipples, dude. Like when I was a little kid, like, yeah, my dad's nipples are pronounced as hell. And then now I have his nipples. And not only the nipple shape, but the color too. You see how it's like dark around, but then light in the very
You know
middle?
what's so funny? Your nipples don't look real.
What you mean?
They look like like a prosthetic nipple.
Well, thanks.
It looks like I could just peel it off. And then just stick it on right there.
What do yours look like?
Huh? They just look Korean.
No, you guys have good nipples. Oh, yours are all one color.
Yeah, I got single colored
Yours
nipples.
look more real than mine. My nipples have like vitiligo and shit. I got the little.
You got vitiligo nipples?
Isn't that special, man? How everybody can be different.
Did you start with nipples? I was wondering, like, what if like your dad left you when you were a kid and you just saw this old Thai guy on a beach and you looked at his nipples and you're like, Fada?
I'm going up to everyone like Cinderella with the slipper. Like, please take your nipple out. I need to put it next to mine. I need to see.
And your dad lifts it up slowly. You're my son.
And then we kiss.
Oh my God, dude. Look, why incest now? Why incest?
Oh my God.
Have you ever kissed your dad on the lips?
Duh! No.
Why are you asking stupid questions? Of course.
Okay, I know. Look, I know some parents and kids might have that relationship. I never kissed my dad on the lips.
I've never either.
No, I probably did like I used to kiss my dad on cheek. Good night, kiss on cheek, love you. You know what I'm saying? But no.
I had this one traumatizing experience where I was so tired.
Yeah.
I was kind of going through the motions because I always gave my mom a kiss, right? And then I kissed my mom goodnight, and then I was saying goodnight to my dad, and I went for a kiss for my dad, and my dad was like, "Hey, gay?" He said, "Don't call me gay." And I didn't know what was going on because I was so sleepy.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh no!" He goes, "Here, you want a kiss? You gay?"
Bro, just to completely switch vibes for a second. Speaking of being sleepy, I was so tired the other day reading VIIA a story before nap time. Now, I told you this, right? When I get really sleepy, I start to talk in my sleep because I verbalize. I'm trying to stay awake, so I verbalize the dreams that I see. So, like, dog, I'm trying to read her a nap time story because this wasn't even a bedtime story, bro. This is 2 p.m. I was fucking sleepy as hell. On the ground in her little nursery, like reading her a story, zoned the fuck out, dog. I'm saying words I don't even know what I'm saying. And then just hear her being like, "No, daddy, it says blah, blah, blah." I'm like, oh, whoops. Yeah. I think, should we start doing cocaine?
Dude, I've never done cocaine, ever. I don't think I could. Cocaine, meth, none of that hard drug stuff, dude.
Yeah, no, not for me.
Yeah, whatever, man. Just give it a couple of years and see what happens.
But, you know, I am writing a scene in our movie where there's like a little ayahuasca trip. And I'm like, well, I could talk to someone who's done ayahuasca and get their story, or we could just do it.
I've talked to people who do ayahuasca. It's pretty intense, man.
They always get weird afterwards.
I've known a couple people who have ruined their lives because
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy like quit his job like and got a divorce and shit.
yeah, sold their business, everything. And then I know other people who had a good experience. But it's not, ayahuasca lasts a long time. And I think that's what I found out because I've always wanted to try like shrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
But the shroom trip, depending on, I guess, how you dose it, it's not long. It's like an hour-ish or so. If I've never done it, so correct me if I'm wrong. But my friend who did ayahuasca, it's like fucking like hours. It lasts in your system forever. So
The
that's
whole
why
experience,
That's why you have somebody who's like a shaman or somebody who will guide you. Because correct me if I'm wrong. I think she told me it was like 6 hours.
That's crazy.
Like you're in another fucking dimension for 6 fucking hours.
Maybe that's why they come back changed, bro. Because like the people I know and the people I've seen who have done ayahuasca, it's always like, you know, they come back, their fucking third eye has been opened. They've seen the light. They fucking traveled through heaven and hell in different universes. And that's why they come back and they're like, no, you know what? This is all bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of people go through a rebirth is what they call
and
it.
they talk to me and I'm like, I don't want to see this then.
Yeah. It doesn't entice me at all. They go, dude, let me tell you something what happened, man. So I died.
Yeah.
And then from my chest grew a tree. And then that fruit came out. And then the fruit, I was the fruit. And then I died again. And I repeated the cycle over and over and over. And I realized it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I don't either. Like it sounds beautiful, okay? But I like living in this world.
Yeah.
I really do. Fucking yo, keep me plugged into the Matrix, baby. I'm not trying to take the pill.
Hey, I've talked about that, right?
Yeah.
Where in the movie, if I was that person in the movie in the Matrix, like if it was Neo and like red or blue pill, the movie would have ended there. I just would have been like, I can't take steak anymore?
Yeah.
Are you fucking out of your mind?
I love steak. Uh-huh.
Yeah. That guy had it right.
Well, and it took him fucking seeing the truth and being like, fuck this shit, man. I don't want to see the truth.
If I was Neo, I wish somebody would parry that shit where they just like wake up. He goes, what the fuck? I would have been so mad.
Yeah. No thanks. Pass.
Pass, dude.
We'll go back in time.
But you're the chosen one. I'm okay. We're good, dude.
I know a girl who like she wasn't religious, and then she took ayahuasca, and it made her religious.
She saw God
because she said she was shown like the depths of hell. She saw hell.
I can't do this. I'm never doing this.
She's like, she saw hell, and that's why she knows now God is real because ayahuasca showed her hell, how real that is, and like, and she's like, okay, I now believe in God.
I know what hell is for me. It's a road trip with my parents for the rest of my life. That's fucking.
Oh God,
that would be hell.
Let me tell you something. I love my parents. I truly do. Okay. They're great. My mom's brings over amazing food. My dad, and now they get along with the babies. Like they're not being annoying. You know what I'm saying? But there's something about like after you've spent 2 weeks with just your wife and your kids, you're chilling, and then your parents are like, "Hey, we're coming over on Wednesday." You're like, your heart starts to beat a little bit. You get a little sweaty. You're like, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? Something about it, man. I don't know.
Because you're afraid some shit's going to pop off or they're going to say something stupid and then it's going to be all over again. Like you're that little kid having sex with people quietly in your room.
Not me, dog. I let him hear it.
Are you having sex? Duh!
Go give me a kiss, Dad.
You want to join?
Oh, my God.
Hey, nipple twist.
All right, we're going to end it there. Thank you all for watching another episode of Dudes Behind the Foods. Oh, man, these late night shows get weird. Yeah. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that bullshit.
And then kiss your father.
And then kiss your daddy on the mouth for us. Bye.
Yo, it's the dudes behind the food. Dude.